What is this? What is this? What is this? Because you bash this into the whatever engine, some engine. You put it in some engine and you get this. So how to raise good children gives you use this method to get your child to listen and behave. Because who knew that's all children are to bash people now? They're just in the way. Relentlessly just in the way. And that's why you need them to listen and follow orders. Orders, not hors d'oeuvres. Because if they followed hors d'oeuvres, they probably would have left your home a long time ago. But no, they want to use methods to get your child to listen and behave. Amazing. All brought to you by Children's MD. Mom Docs. Let's take a listen. Yay! Oh, helping
Welcome
moms.
to Children's Mom Docs. I'm Dr. Dara Harris. I'm a pediatric psychiatrist at St. Louis Children's.
Thank you. You're just so affable. Oh, and you have some colors in the back and smash. And you're wearing some giraffe print V-neck, some shawl. Amazing.
Hospital. Today we're going to be talking about how to address repeated behaviors. Now, you can
Repeated
actually take all of your
behaviors?
kids'
And she's like, oh, repeated behaviors. So, who knew that's called Groundhog Day, you bash? What's going on? Repeated behaviors, my smelly diaper. Exactly. Who knew a smelly diaper is a repeated behavior? Oh. So, are you just going to deny it? What a shame. Why? Why? Exactly. You have no clue. And you're half awake, half bashed, half awake, half bashed, worshipping two masters. Meaning, abusing the flesh to make your own image. But what is the flesh? What is it? Oh, it's just some hamburger that came about by some smash blast that just chilled and made you. Over relentless Harry Potter of numbers of billions of quintillions and trillions of who knows how many years. But it comes down to what you and your mama know. Exactly. What do you and your mama know? Nothing. Smashed. So therefore, what makes think man to know any better? Exactly. Man is equally like this. Look. Smashed. Just a half blaze haze of some certainty, but no, it's not clear. You'd rather keep your eyes shut and hope for the best.
behaviors and divide them into two buckets. One
Buckets.
is things you wish they would start doing, and others are the things you wish they would stop doing.
Oh, buckets, everyone.
You can actually sit down, have a family meeting, and look at the stuff that you are wasting your day on. How many times are you having to say no and address the same problems?
Wow.
We are much
Stop behaviors. You must relentlessly stop behaviors.
better at
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say everything that she's saying, she should apply to herself.
finding things we wish they would stop. Don't worry, it's your wiring. It's not bad parenting, okay?
Yes, it
Here's what
is. Wow, she said it's not, so it is.
we need to do. Make a list. Things that you want them to stop are whining. For me, I can't
Exactly. Stop your whining, woman. Stop your whining. What are you even whining about? Wow. Could it be that the child is the most amazing thing ever outside of creation itself? Wow. No. Instead, oh, it's just some bash thing that won't listen and won't behave. Damn it. Damn it. Right? You get hernias and aneurysms relentlessly because you can't stand it. It's like your little arch nemesis in the flesh, right? You're like, oh, karma this, karma. No. Hypocrisy in your ways, a relentless smashing against the wall of, you guessed it, bashhood.
And take it. It's always the top of the list and it has to be stopped. Things
Wow.
like whining can be counted. Now, I'm not talking about the endless
Who knew? Just look around and mention things like women's rights. And look how many people start whining and complaining and saying, you bitch, you don't know anything. Look how much I suffer. Who knew there are countless people out there wanting to make you see how much they're suffering? Who knew? So if that's not whining, I don't know what is. You can call it cry for help. You can call it this, that, mental illness. No. The sufferings of the world. Who knew? Why? Because you're split. You're split. Just straddling the line. Worshipping two masters. Eating your cake and having it too. You think. But no. What a shame.
counting where you get to 10, you go up, you go back. Counting is actually a two-step process. They get a 1 that tells them this is a behavior I don't want you to do anymore. They get about 5 or 10 seconds so they can think about a different choice. Then they get to the 2. Once you're at 2, this means we're done if it happens again. They get another few seconds, just long enough to process, and then they get the 3 and an immediate consequence. The key for stop behavior.
Wow, who knew that's exactly how you were traumatized into worshiping this Pringle? These colorful Pringles that are just floating, just smashing your gullet as you smash them down. Oh, but no, you don't eat Pringles, right? Because they're just processed foods. I eat raw potatoes straight from the earth with soil on them still. What a shame. No, you're MD, so you're against the alternative philosophies and bash vision, right? You're like, no, we have pills. We have pills to make you stronger. What a shame. Same with the alternative medicine. We have pills for this. Smashed. We have teas for this. Smashed. We have herbs for this. Smashed. Relentless worship and just, idolizing. Idle. All the while, you're just idle, just wasting gas. Just at halt, relentlessly. You're at arret. You're at stop. Alto. You're everywhere but walking. You're everywhere but walking. You're everywhere but walking. You're everywhere exactly. Smash, stagnant, putrefying, decaying, smashing, bashing. All while thinking you're swimming. No, you're drowning. Drowning. All because of things like this. What is this? What is this? And what is it saying? Who knows?
Is by the time you're at 3, something about their world has to change. That can be leaving a store, turning off a TV, but it's a very clear system that you can make 2 choices, and after that,
Counting.
you're just done.
You're done. Start the count. 1, 2, smash! I smash you and I smash you because I say it. All because that's exactly the paradigm and the mechanism by your own hand that you live in. Wow. Who knew? No. It's just my parents. They did it to me. No. They believed in it. So they did it to you. So exactly, there's wisdom in forgiving. For forgiving is an eternal wisdom from the, oh, could it be the creator? No, it had to be from this giraffe that's relentlessly just thinking. No, it's alive and it's living. So what does that mean?
Start behaviors. This is the hard part. These are the things that we want to motivate, but we tend to punish. So we want them to get in the car quickly, but what we do is start yelling or getting mad or saying we're not going. If you want them, then there needs to be an incentive that happens only once the seatbelt clicks. It can be
Sorcery, the associative things, associative images, smells, ideally sounds, and images. So the click, and now you say, all right, you're gonna get in, or I'm gonna leave you there, and some bash is gonna take you and defile you. Just scaring the child. And the child, of course, is gonna get in and say, no! So what is going on? Just smash hood. Manipulation. Image worship. All by justifying being a hypocrite.
simple things. It can be a piece of gum, it can be a sticker. How do you find motivators? Here's the easiest thing. The things that motivate your kid are the stuff they don't want to stop doing. Don't worry, we're all in this together.
What a shame. What are motivators? Things that they don't want to stop doing. What does that even mean? So are they half taking a dump and they relentlessly want to get rid of it? So what? Is that part of it? No. What a shame. You have no clue.
Once you've got your list, you also need to stay motivated yourself. Be sure to build.
Who's that bash walking in the back?
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out the
guy.
other videos on our channel.
Oh, did you see that? It was some guy wearing a blue shirt and then a bash wearing a red shirt. Amazing.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure
I was deceived by the
some
light.
rewards. Thanks for tuning in.
I wasn't.
Bash
guy with blue.
Some rewards. Thanks for
Bash
tuning
guy
in.
with
Be sure to
red.
check out the other videos on our
What is going on? Wow. The Pringles will receiving you. No. This video is deception. Who knew? All appearing as some bash MD telling you what to do. What a shame. Void of truth. Filled with trauma. Filled with lust. Filled with just telling your child to just listen and behave. Doesn't matter if I'm a hypocrite. No. It doesn't even matter. Just listen to me because I'm the boss. What a shame. What a shame. It couldn't be that the children are amazing. Life itself. Wow. Relentlessly bring it forth. But no, you just want to create your own bashed life and travel and get things, some flesh smashed into you, and it feels good because there's relentlessly friction. And some bash thinks that he's putting some bash friction inside of you, and it's amazing. What a shame. What a shame. All because you want some gloss in you want some protein. You want some extra protein directly to your cerebellum. That's relentlessly the mammalian brain, and you worship it. But no, your reptile sometimes becomes, you have a reptilian brain too. And the reptile and the bird and the bash ape. Exactly. You are a bashed ape. Right? But no. It all comes down to self-awareness. Because look around. Life is just living. Life is life. Life relentlessly lives. Who knew? But no. Apparently you, as well as everyone that you call human, have self-awareness. What is that? What is that? No, you call it, oh, the ego, and there's bash, and there's bash, and there's bash, and bash, 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 bash. No, somehow it evolved. It somehow self-awareness evolved. So if you evolved from some bash mouse, why are you self-aware and the mouse is not? Exactly. Does not compute, 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 does not compute. No. Shame. What a shame. What a shame. Because a half mouse that lived with the dinosaurs and bears and then made you somehow of the tree of the family tree. Oh, evolutionary biology smashed. What a joke based on some images of how some bones and how some diagrams of some fetus and some bash being formed. No, life bringeth forth life in its own kind, of its own kind. Who knew? But who knew life is the true promise? But no, you go against it and say, no, life is just some bash things that I drew because I went to some islands and I saw how beaks are different and this and that, and then I crushed some wings and studied the wing length and this and smash and smash and smash and smash, and then I studied relentless bones of smash, and then I said, look, they look similar. We came from Bad Bash. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame, truly, because look at this smile. Look at this smile. Full of lies. Yes. Because look, it doesn't even look sincere. Look. It looks like some bash waitress looking for a tip. What a shame. What a shame. Because what are you saying about children? What are you saying? Oh. Look. Type in image of preference. Look. You get the multiple shades of smash and brand. A or B. What does that spell? The beginning and the end. Alpha and Omega. Who knew? Who knew that the Lord, the Creator, who knew? Is it what? The true promise, renewal of what? Life. The life that you denied by eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Attempting to be as gods, but no. Deceived. Into self-awareness, because before you were naked, but you were not ashamed. You were not ashamed. But now look, full of shame. Now full of shame to the point where you're relentlessly changing your apparition. Who knew? In all shades under the rainbow. Because, they do have purple, but they don't have blue or green or anything like that. But, yes, it exists. This is pink. So is that. And anyway, wow, amazing! Amazing. Exactly. All because you think you come from some tree of life that goes back to some bash, half-ape, quarter, mouse, eighth reptilian somehow. What a shame! What a shame! What a shame! All because you're split. Look, A or B. A or B. A or B. A or B. What a shame. What a shame. Because truly, Genesis, the beginning. What is God? The beginning and the end. What the Greeks call the Alpha Omega. And who knew? What is going on? So, who knew that the Tanakh was the first, what is also called Tanakh, pronounced blah, 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 is the canonical, canonical, canon. It's a canon of a collection. Who knew it was a blast of collections of Jewish text? Is also the textual source of the Christian Old Testament. These texts are composed mainly in biblical Hebrew, with some passages in biblical Aramaic, in the book of Daniel, Ezra, and a few others. Who knew? Everyone, apparently, except most. Uh, the form of this text that is authoritative for Rabbinic Judaism is known as the Masoretic. It's divided into 24 books, while the Protestant Bible translation divides the same material into 39. Wow. Who knew? They all add up to the same. 3 sixes? 6. Modern scholars seeking to understand the history of the Hebrew Bible use a range of sources in addition to the Masoretic text. These sources include early Greek, Septuagint, and the Syriac, Peshitta translations in Samaritan, Pentateuch, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the quotations from rabbinic manuscripts, Bash. Many of these sources may be older than Masoretic text, often differ from it. So, okay, whatever, Bash, keep reading, keep reading. Fine. What is going on? Biblical studies, terminology. There is no scholarly consensus as to when the Hebrew Bible canon, oh, they couldn't wait to actually say canon, was fixed. Fixed. They had to say it. They had to say fixed. They couldn't say was written, was, brought forth. They couldn't say, whatever. They had to say fixed, which does something to your bash psychology that has been programmed to think it's fixed, as in a trick. Some scholars argue that it was fixed again by the Hasmonean dynasty, which happened when? Wow, between circa 140 and circa 116 before Common Era, before Christ perhaps. The dynasty ruled Judea semi-autonomously from the Seleucids. Wow, bash. From 110 BCE with the blah, 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 blah. Look into it, whatever. But, wow. Old, right? And it makes reference to, according to the Talmud, much of the Tanakh was compiled by the men of the Great Assembly, a task completed in 450. So before what was set up here, and it remained unchanged ever since. The 24 book canon is mentioned in the Midrash Korath. Whoever brings together in his house more than 24 books brings confusion. Right? What is going on? Because apparently the Sumerian tablets translated by some Stitchin Sitchin, who knew? Some bash old Mason that just bash everyone into believing whatever he said. And of course, who knew? They say, oh yeah, some bash alien race made man, and they harvested gold and this and that. What a shame. What is going on? What is going on? Could it be the similar story that is being told today? Yes, exactly. But no, apparently it was the panspermia. Oh, yes, we have some bad humanoid-looking people that look like us and made us. What a shame. And you call them aliens and some galaxy family. What a shame. What a shame. The tour, blah blah blah, Bob did yes, good. The Holy Scriptures, according to the Masoteric text, the New Translation, with the aid of previous version, blah blah blah, was published in 1917 by the Jewish Publication Society. So you can see why people nowadays are like, oh, blame this name. What is going on? No. But what are they saying really? What does that modern word actually mean? It truly means a modern indoctrination. Because truly, the promise, people, is not what this modern word means. Nope. So you are split, smashed. Because again, the beginning and the end, there is resolve in the word of God. Yet it's just a rehash that you worship, right? You worship in things like, oh, you couldn't wait. Oh, yes, you knew it. You knew it. You worship this. You worship things like this. And you worship things like exactly this. There's nothing new under the sun. You know why? Because, oh, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Right? What is it? It couldn't be that there is one way. That perhaps these people were privy to somehow record. Why? Why would someone ever record something? Because they knew that something would be what? Forgotten. Why would something be forgotten if something is certain? Could it be because there's a relentless deception? Oh, no, it couldn't be. No, 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 no. Everything just started from some blast. Fine. If everything started from some bash, then why don't you just accept this? Huh? Okay? Accept this. Accept it. Just say, okay. You know why? Because it's part of the bash apparent beginning that you worship. Some bash explosion, some big bang, some violent smash. I didn't even care. It didn't even care about what you think this represents. Okay? So why don't you worship this if you worship the light, exactly, cognitive dissonance, you're split. You worship the light, but then you're in conflict because you're told that this is wrong. But you know it's wrong. But you abuse what's right. Wow. Who knew? What a shame. What a shame. So, yeah, go along with the violence that you say you relentlessly stand against, and you have relentless institutions and programs to say, whoa, we're against violence. No, you worship it. Because ultimately, it's what you think brought you to creation, and somehow also gave you self awareness. And let's see what happens when you type in self awareness. Who knew? Is the capacity for introspection and the ability to recognize oneself as an individual. Wow. I mean, of course, wordsmithing. So all these words have their own definition. So, everyone pay attention, of course, but no, you think you question everything. No, you worship everything you're told. Is the ability to recognize oneself as an individual separate from the environment. But what is environment? Environment is just some made up word, because truly life is the true promise. Life everlasting. But no, it had to be your death, and you worship death because your bucket list, and smashed. Being aware of one's environment and body and lifestyle. Self awareness is the recognition of that awareness. The rider in the carriage, and the carriage relentlessly riding the horse, and the horse then pulling the carriage, and the carriage pulling the horse. What a shame. Self awareness is how an individual consciously knows and understands. See, they're just bashing you. That an individual, because who knows what the passion individual is, and consciously, who knows what the bash conscious means, because, it's conscious, smashed. Knows, again, knows who knows, because nobody knows. And understands, again, what does understand mean? Because everybody's just apparently smashed by the standing of the relentless boots on the ground. Their own character, feelings, motives, and desires. Wow, what a shame. There are two broad categories of self-awareness: internal and external. The tarot. What a shame. The arcana and its bash. Sibling, if you want to say. The major and the minor arcana. Bash! Smashed! Wherever they're bash called. Worship of smash. Okay, because look at this. Of course, look at all this mental health, blah, 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 bipolar, blah, blah, blah. Who knew it was all just based on doubt? Adolescence, because you see the hypocrisy. Disorders, because now you're bashed to engage in just hypocrisy. And, they had to include theater, because it is just a disorder. And the body, because you see yourself as flesh and you relentlessly dig into it to try and figure out and make some story. And health, because you think health is just what you eat and what you breathe and bash and what you smash and don't smash. Wow, what a shame. And see, it's just confusion, doubt. All these bashes based on self-awareness is just doubt, confusion, uncertainty, but given a false promise and false hope. Wow, what a shame. What a shame. And this guy knows it. Necromancer. Sodomizer. Look, the alchemist. Look, the painter and the buyer. Really? No. The defiler and his slave. What a shame. Self concept, self consciousness, self perception, self image. Not to be confused with, right? It's an attitude forwarded to popular psychologists. Bash. Self image. Exactly. It's a mental picture, generally of a kind that is quite resistant to change, that depicts not only details that are potentially available to what? To objective investigation by others, but also items that have been learned by that person about themselves, either from personal experience or internalized. Blah, 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 blah. Shame. What a shame. All because you worship this, all while saying, no, it's wrong. You're murdering yourself. And you're murdering the children. Who knew? And Lucifer is laughing.
Channel.
Ah, empty. Because, look, it's just all about discipline. How to discipline your child when nothing else seems to be working. How to raise smart kids. Oh, how to raise successful kids without overparenting. How to raise good children. Cartoon. Exactly. Look, just confusion everywhere. What is all this bash? Oh, of course, this guy couldn't wait. Oh, raise yourself before you raise your kids. And that's a false promise because, in that sense, you'll end up being childless, barren, forever. Because you're relentlessly boasting and swelling like a hot dog and thinking you're always getting better. So it's a never ending, journey. No, there is certainty. It's called life. Wow, the true promise, life everlasting. No, but no, you go by the whiskers of your beard and say, look, it's just my whiskers, and they grow and they fall out. That's life. No, what a shame. What a shame, deceiver. And all this is deception. Look at it. Look at all of this smash. Oh, and of course, this bash couldn't wait. Bruce Lipton, How to Have Good Children. This is a guy that believes in epigenetics and all this bash, worship of light and light photons and all this bash. Oh, what a shame. It's a wide net. It's a wide net, and wow, it's easy to get caught. It's easy. Just as it's easy to just sell your child into slavery. The same slavery that you relentlessly worship and work for. Because that's the work for you. Into being some sort of bash, worshipped individual based on his actual, accomplishments and successes of material coin. What a shame. All while defiling your children, leaving them for nannies and this while you go and travel and this and that, and then send them to school. What is school? School is the prism of your prism. It's just a smash shade of preference. And you give your child relentless choices because, I want my child to have relentless iPads because I never had an iPad. What a shame. What a shame. And I want to ask my child, what color iPad do you want? Smashed by the rainbow. Smashed by the rainbow. Who knew? Confusion. Exactly. Void of truth, void of life, and blind to the way, because truly that is your choice. All because you think, the book of Genesis, you think the book of Genesis is a joke. And you think the Bible is a joke. And you think all the texts associated with all these texts, they call it the Tanakh and this and that and this and the Septuagint and all this, but they make reference to the same thing. So what is going? It's not that all religions point to the same thing. No, no, no. Because look, books of the Tanakh. The Tanakh consists of 24 books. It counts as one book. Each Samuel, Kings, Chronicles of Ezra, blah blah blah. In Hebrew, the books are often referred to by their prominent first word or words. Torah. In the book of Torah, there is Genesis. The first. So what's going on? No, no, no. Everything is a rehash of Genesis. And people call it the Big Bang. People call it this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that. And all of a sudden you worship this. Exactly. You worship the image. Because to you it's just some bash that came into the flesh somehow and can see things and do things and manipulate and go and fly around and this and that. But what? Then you just unplug and wake up in some odd reality, and you're crippled. You're crippled in the real reality. That's why you have to relentlessly be in this image and worship it. What a shame! What a shame! Oh, look, see, rehash. This is all a rehash, and people say, "No, this is a rehash of Dances with Wolves and all." Wow, no. Who knew that? Wow, the Bible. Who knew Genesis? Wow, who knew? Intern board transliterated from Greek, blah blah blah, is the first book of the Hebrew Bible. The Old Testament is divided into two parts. Blah blah blah, smash, 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 smash. But Zechariah, will gladly tell you he has a tablets that date back 6,000 years. And all the smash and smash and smash and smash. They promise you the world. Because truly that's all they have to offer, because they have to use what they're actually to defile you. And then you believe it and then abuse your own life to smash and create some bash life for yourself. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. How to raise smart kids. Smart kids. What does that even mean? Smart kids. You mean just abused kids? Yes, that's what you mean. Successful kids. Again, what are these words? Why do you want to raise a successful? What does that even mean? Don't you want to raise your flesh, your kind, in your own kind, as you know, truth, certainty? Oh no, no, you're just gonna go bash them and do your best and fill them with confusion and your hypocrisy and of course have them hate you and rebel against you relentlessly, because that's Satan's way. the rebel. And just because you were one, you say, oh, yeah, that's life. What a shame. What a shame. You're We're living truly the deception, the time of deception, where Satan has been loosened, led to deceiveth the nations again, Gog and Magog, who knew that relentlessly facing each other, creating some enemy against each other, while they're doing the same actual effect. Destruction, deceiving, stealing of life. But you can't get enough of it. And you're relentlessly willing to not have children just so they don't get in the way. All the while, you were a child once, so aren't you in the way? Yes, you are in the way. You. And in the way of what? Exactly. You're in the way of truth. You're standing right in the middle because you can't wait for it to smash you. You know why? Because you think it's all about balancing and harmonizing and doing this and smashing the two pillars and the left brain and the right brain and this and smash and smash. Wow, what a shame. All while you're just smashing yourself and others. Who's laughing? You. But it's because you are a fool. Just like everyone else. Truly, at this point. All hoping they'll get paid at the back end. What a shame. We'll end it there.